this kind of situation, you know.
Do you think they will though? Puppy is someone who's often will just stick with his guns. He can be a bit maybe more stubborn as a captain, and will just keep picking the same hero.
Much to the
at least in
frustration of
certain
his
roles.
fans.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure he's got at least 3 heroes to play.
Of course, no, yeah. Not to say that's the only hero he plays, but I
Yeah.
feel like he will. I don't think he's going to look at that game and think, "Oh, Bane was the problem." I mean, I think there's maybe could have been better heroes, but at the same time, you want to pick a support early. He feels that's the support that you can pick early, and it's
Yeah, I'm not saying Bane is like indirect Bane is a problem. I think it's a priority. Like you want to have more team fight against Liquid. That's what I'm saying.
This is identical draft.
Yep.
Now, I imagine Seeker like we didn't mess up the draft at the start. The Nyx was a great pick for us. It found lots of pickoffs. Yap played great. If they want to do the same, they will second pick Nature's Prophet again. Even I don't think the first 2 picks for Secret were any problems for them.
Yep.
I don't think Liquid might change their opener just because they want to.
They might. Because
Previous game, they went for the Earthshaker.
had
AA.
problems
They
dealing with
definitely
the
had
Nature's
yeah,
Prophet,
they definitely
yeah.
had problems in the game, though.
Look at the Shaker. That to
That's
me is the
always a good
obvious
one.
pick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can put it in multiple positions. The question is, will they already pick Kuro's hero next?
Yeah. Do they want the AA again or not?
Or a different Kuro hero? We've seen a lot of games be successful in the last couple of days where the supports are basically 2 position 4 supports.
They know if they probably pick AA, it's going to be another Nature's Prophet, which is very problematic. So yeah, they're going to swap this. I like this from Liquid.
Ooh, but they are picking a partner
that-
into the bug.
Yeah, when I say I like this, not necessarily the pick especially. I just don't think going right into the same AA opener was going to be good for them. But yeah, Pugna is...
Yeah. I personally didn't really like the Earthshaker AA too much, but this time they'll have Earthshaker Pugna and
normally offlane Pugna for them.
yeah, Secret adjusted their opening as well. Nyx Pug, so they have 2 Pug players on the team, so mid or off lane is possible for them. Both sides having very open-ended drafts. I think Pugna is even a flexi pick for Liquid, right?
Yeah.
Because they have I think Matumba and Mind Control plays it.
Turn to ban.
So 2 very like solid openings.
Yep. Ember Ban, that's like the mid
Yeah,
one's
the
best
same.
hero. Like
Yeah.
that's kind of obviously not just the fact is the best hero. It's saying Secret like to pick and are very successful with as well.
Previous game, Liquid's 4th ban was a Pugna, so then they finally have to change up their bans.
So the
Maybe
Brood.
giving us more an idea of what they're doing.
So is the Brood going to be banned out this time? That is also the main question here.
And where, if it isn't banned out, where does it get picked? Will Secret try and grab it for Liquid? Will Liquid say, let's 3rd pick it now instead of 4th pick it? Really is like a big mind game, because there is a point where you pick Brood too early. You're not going to first 2 pick a Brood. Could accelerate it to like a 3rd pick if you're Liquid.
And do you feel like, because we talk about it a lot, and obviously we're not going to see it this series, unfortunately, or probably not. But is Enchantress, we talked about it a little bit, these 2 teams don't really like Enchantress that much.
Yeah.
Did they change their minds
They are
on that?
probably not going to pick it
No?
because I think based on my observation, these 2 teams, they value team fight in certain, like specifically, that's why Chen is their priority over the Ench and team fight and push, like grouping up.
Yeah.
And Ench is more like, I'm going to be there to win the early game for you, but I'm not going to be that useful in pushing.
And that's also not really Kuro or Puppy's role in the team to be like that roaming playmaker. That's where, the Chen does make some moves, but it's not like an Enchantress, which is super aggressive. That's where you want GH as well as Yapster doing that.
Yep.
So, and similarly with the Enchantress Chen, you need a certain kind of support, like an Earth Spirit with them, something that takes less farm, which doesn't really work with like a Shaker maybe or a Nyx.
I mean, Call made that work.
The Shaker is actually maybe not too bad.
So that's the Brood mana ban.
Yep.
They took some time for that.
I think they're going to look at that last.
They probably didn't want to risk it, or they might be thinking.
What if they just 3rd pick it?
Yeah,
Liquid have the first
what
pick.
if they 3rd pick it, or maybe they don't 3rd pick it, we can 3rd pick it. Like, is it worth the risk? And what if they pick Brood here? We don't ban it and they pick Brood here. What are our options available?
And we're kind of assuming that Secret likely wanted to 4th pick Brood last game, but Liquid beat them to it. And again, the same thing happened this game with it being bumped up to 3rd pick.
Yeah, previous game, Secret banned out the Sven in that position, and that was mostly to
the Furion.
Make sure that their Furion was a little bit more safe than Nature's Prophet.
So what's the Matu here, I guess? Because like the Venom's banned out, the Brood's banned out.
No, he could be playing the Pugna.
I guess, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Fair enough. I was thinking, the other heroes are ones that aren't going to match up great against Nyx, but yeah, he could be playing the Pugna.
which is also bad against Nix.
Yeah, it's a tough Pugna game for sure.
Oh, Team Liquid seems to be a little bit in doubt about
Yeah.
what to ban next.
Yeah, I guess with
No
all
obvious
those
bans.
with all those heroes out, you're probably considering is this a good Elk game? Oh, they banned Drow, so they're taking
Wow.
out the pushing lineup. So it means that they might be going for something more like late game, like Elk, anti-mage. Those are possible heroes that are gonna be bad against the fast tempo game.
So those are going to be heroes that Secret will look to ban out. Like
Maybe
that's something that you can read off
they,
that draw.
yeah, they might read it differently, but
Yes.
that's what I'm reading. Maybe
5 seconds.
it might be a possible idea that Liquid has right now.
And it's only one ban, so how much can you really tell from that? Because
Yeah.
Ember and Chen and Lich are all just specifically targeted heroes to deal with
Yeah.
this. And they ban
They're
out
gonna-
the separation
yeah,
still.
So they
if
might
they're-
want to have, but if they pick Necro is against a Pugna.
I mean, they themselves have played Elk sometimes on mid.
Yeah, I think the Elk seems pretty good now. Yeah, with the A out. I wonder who's gonna pick it. That's
Ooh, the Doom.
solid hero. So this is their offlaner.
Yeah.
Doom, more late game, like more lane as well. Lane control is like really good in a lane, and it's pretty good against Secret because they tend to, in my opinion, teams that tend to stack up farm on one guy and the rest becomes like utility. They play around one person. Doom becomes really good against that kind of playstyle because, oh, this guy has 20k net worth. Let's just Doom and we kill him first, and the high level hero just basically does nothing. So as long as Doom doesn't get wrecked in the lane, he gets some items that allows him to jump in and get his Doom off. It'll be really good against this kind of playstyle.
But there's a couple of cores that don't care about if they're doomed or not. Wouldn't then Secret just go for something like that?
I mean, like, if a DP is you already pop your ultimate and you don't
Yeah.
really care, or you're a Wraith King.
Yeah, the Wraith King's like the.
Yeah,
Okay, let's
I'm
not
like
pick a
figuring
Wraith
out what
King.
heroes
Then you've
don't
got a
really
Wraith
care.
King.
Yeah, let's
I
not
mean,
pick
Razor.
that one.
I guess Razor doesn't really care.
Yeah. Again, but then you've.
But then you have a
Razor's
Razor.
also not like
Yeah,
an amazing
Razor
hero.
is really situational too.
Yep.
So I don't know. I think Doom in general is really good against Secret's playstyle.
With Lincoln's heroes maybe.
Ooh,
Bounty.
the
Okay, this is
bounty
very, very interesting. So that's gonna bump the Nyx, or maybe
Puppy normally plays the bounty, I believe.
so they have double melee roam.
We're seeing this. I mean, we're seeing this a lot at this tournament since TI.
No,
There's
but what's the
The
idea?
dog is back.
No, but what's the idea here? So they have two Invis heroes.
Remaining.
They pick bound, and there's no junglers on Liquid.
they want to fight, team fight with track, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't really like that pick too much, though. To
Ooh.
be frank,
There's the Matu
Liquid
hero
is
now.
very solid. Like first four heroes, Liquid really, really solid. Very clear idea, solid. Got team fight, got good lanes, got late game, got early game, got mid game, got tower push with the partner.
Because what I mean, the main reason you're picking bounty is for the track. Like that's strategically you're picking this hero for track. If you're picking him like with a Nyx.
But if you're losing your lanes, you're losing the game. You think you're gonna get kills?
You think they could run Nyx in the offlane and puck mid then?
Yeah, but then it will be an offlane Nyx, you know.
Yep.
And puck mid, you're gonna have to pick some AM. Otherwise, because your other two cores will be like utility cores, then you need a big hero.
Does play some of those big late game carries, but it's gonna be a weird.
Another Invis. What's wrong? All Invis heroes. So
If
that,
this was a pub, I would not be happy.
What?
What is their plan?
I don't know.
Is
I really don't know.
They jump ship easily, don't they?
There's
We
just-
was really good against Lifestealer. I get that.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And he's a Lincoln's hero, so you can actually have something against the Doom.
Lincoln's hero versus Doom. There's only Shaker for Disable right now, which makes like Weaver pretty hard to lock down. Same for the puck.
Yeah, I guess so.
Disable's I mean, Liquid's probably looking for Courier hero last. Is definitely something heavy disable, whether
So-
Lion, Shaman,
So the last
Disruptor.
hero is probably still open for Secret. They could do puck off lane or puck mid. But I guess
Not
it's
bad.
more likely maybe they're gonna give mid one the last hero. Not sure. Depending on the situation. Liquid removes the Mirana. So they think it's a off lane puck, so they remove one of mid one's heroes.
10 seconds remaining.
Is there a hero for Liquid that would tie this whole thing together? Because
5 seconds.
you're not really happy with the four there.
I mean,
like-
Liquid's heroes are already pretty solid.
Yeah.
If you look at the lineups, I think you're more worried for Secret.
Yeah. So which hero for Secret would tie it all together?
Don't know though. I really don't. Not sure.
Maybe like a Dragon Knight. Things that you just push, take objectives. They don't have
So, like
It's a hero that doesn't mind too much about getting doomed.
So you're like thinking a sturdy.
I guess Razor or Dragonite. I
Yeah?
still kind of like because Razor is pretty good against Lifestealer, pretty good against Doom.
Sturdy hero that can push, that can team fight.
Yeah, and because of his passive is really good against Pugna because you slow him down. I don't know.
They ban Viper.
I think Razor seems like he could
Lone
work
Druid
here.
could be quite good if they played a mid lone Druid. That's not really a mid lone.
Yeah,
hero, though.
Lone Druid is pretty good against Doom.
Turn to pick Templar Assassin.
They go for the Templar
Yeah.
Assassin.
Hence the Viper ban.
Another slash Invis hero, so they are. Hey, so TA would give them so they have a lot of minus armor right now.
Yes.
Weaver and TA is high physical. They have some stuns. with
They
Pug-
have a lot of catch.
10
They have a
seconds
lot
remaining.
of pick off.
Yeah, but what if they don't do well in their lanes and Liquid group up? Liquid has better team fight and better siege.
There's no option to not do good in
If
the lanes.
Secret does not do good in the lanes, this game is pretty much over for them.
So there's no option for
Yeah,
them.
they have to
Like, they
do
have
well in
to
the
do
lanes.
well in the lanes.
I mean, they do have pretty strong lanes right now. Weaver, Puck, TA, three cores are really good in the lanes.
Mhm.
Bounty Nix roaming around with a couple of pickoffs here and there.
You think there's any chance Pugna could be a support and they get like a different mid now?
I don't like partner support personally.
Yeah.
I don't like. I mean, it's definitely possible, but I don't like it. I'll be frank.
Is there a
It
hero
is-
that can
they
make their
outflank the
lanes
Miracle
extra
right
safe?
now, so it seems like
They could go for Tree and
it's-
Protector. This is the game.
Triumph Protector.
I mean, he's gonna get tracked, but everybody can get living armored. No, it's a
the-
monkey king.
I feel like this is Miracle's hero.
Okay.
Miracle doing all the talking there at the end.
Yeah.
He was having
give
a
me
chit chat with Kuro.
Give
Parker
me the
sends
Monkey
it,
King.
so it's a support
it's-
partner.
Support
Yeah.
Pugna. I mean, you see this bounty. Well, you're
Oh,
countered
no,
by a
no.
Nyx. You're against a bounty. You
Now
say,
now the bounty could be useful early game because there's a weak hero.
that's true.
But still, Liquid's lineup is just good, man.
So you still side with Liquid?
Yeah, maybe it's gonna be a hard game, but Liquid is still gonna win, I think. Secret has to win the lanes
They could though.
hard.
What do you think, Hans?
I'm feeling, yeah, I don't think it's, to me, as clear outdraft this time.
Okay.
There's no, like, X Factor brute pick that's just going to win the
For
game.
these heroes,
Or in this series, yeah, but laning-wise, like this, Monkey
I'll
theoretically
buy a
going
gem.
mid.
I'll buy a gem early.
Okay, you buy a gem. Where are you getting the money for that?
Well,
I'll risk
we-
Secret for game 2.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we are actually split on
I
the
think we're in for a
panel.
game.
He's tilted.
Let's see if we're gonna get a third game in the semifinals or not. Let's hear what Odipixel and Fogg have to say about that. It is over to them for game number 2.
Thank you very much, Shivan. Indeed, you could hear it in Winter's voice. He was not impressed
not
by
happy.
the 4 Invis draft from the side of Secret. Are you sort of agreeing with Winter? Are you a little skeptical of what Secret's trying here in game 2?
Definitely a little bit. You can see why that they picked the Weaver and the TA, though. They're going for the lane matchups. Just like they're saying, they really like Weaver versus Lifestealer, incredibly good. TA versus Lifestealer, very good as well. And there's no real direct things that, I mean, there wasn't too many things to deal with. I guess the Weaver, you know, there's not the greatest amount of catch. It's just like the fissure into that. But now they've got Monkey King. They've got Boundless Strike as well to catch up to him. I think it's pretty tough for Secret this game again, but that being said, they did play incredibly well that last game, their laning phase, and their mid game was quite good. Liquid just were able to outmaneuver them and out-team fight them once it got to that point. Still I do like what Liquid's got going for them here. Just we're gonna see if they're able to make the Monkey King work. I think it's been losing all of its games, right?
It's been having a tough time. I'm pretty sure, yeah, the stats for it haven't been great. We sort of saw at the start of this tournament a lot of teams try and play around with it, but it sort of fell off after the first day or two. And then indeed now it's back here for Liquid. For Miracle, you could certainly see the team consulting with him what he wanted to play, and it certainly can be a fun hero. So I'm sure if you give Miracle the option, it's going to be one that he is going to say that he wants to give a bit of a shot with.
Yeah, it can be absurd. It
Yeah.
really can get to that point where you can't team fight into because you can't walk into the Wukong's command. And at some point, when you're playing versus this kind of lineup, you have to because they have a Pugna. Although it is a support Pugna, which is quite different. But
we don't see that every day.
I used to really like this here on support for a while because you're so speedy, you do a lot of damage and everything. You just have to get out of the laning phase quite well. And in the past, it was very difficult because you were playing versus these super tough to play laning heroes like Legion Commander every single game, stuff like that. This game, you can tell why they did it, though. They're playing versus the Nyx Assassin. They're like, we don't really want core Pugna versus Nyx. You just take so much damage. Not only just Nyx, but Nyx Pugna, or Nyx Puck. Puck, massive magical burst. So they switch it to this role, and if anyone can do it, it's Liquid.
All right, look at, of course, the lanes that we've got going on. We'll have Fada on the top lane on the puck, and going down to the bottom will be that Weaver. Nice for Secret. So these sort of lanes that we've got coming out with Ace on the bottom, Fada Hook on the top, are these going to be certain matchups that Secret is intending to get, or is this Liquid actually sort of getting the upper hand off the lane matchups?
This is what Secret wants, but
Yep.
I don't know if Liquid's too disappointed with the matchups that they're going to be getting here.
Mid lane, Miracle.
Low armor. Low armor Monkey
Far,
King has
yeah.
to be careful to get harassed too much. But mid one knows how to play versus the hero. You know, you just wait till you don't get, wait till you get 3 Jingo and then you
Miracle's in
run in.
trouble.
Miracle might die. Nice fissure.
Very nice Fisher, but the stun will still connect. Yapsor finds it up to the high ground. GH trying to hold them back, but Miracle should fall. Fairy Fire not enough to save him. Puppey finds the first blood, and indeed, as you say, that 0 armor Monkey King at level 1, very susceptible to these sort of slow but
It looks
sure
like-
punches.
It looked like Miracle was pretty confident he could turn and kill that because he could have just ran. He had the Fairy Fire and he could have just walked into the trees there and the stun was already committed. He should have been able to get away from them, but he really wanted to turn and man up in order to try to get a return kill. Because if he does get the Jingu's procs up and he gets the lifesteal going, it might have been enough to save him there, but pretty interesting death there. Top lane, Mind Control is going to be perfectly fine in this Doom matchup. Puck, you know, you have the base damage advantage here, but Doom, you have Devour. And if he can find a Satyr Creep, which there is a Satyr Creep right next to him, and he eats it, that's where you nullify a lot of that harassment.
And that's because you see it so far not bad at all for Mind Control, using that Scorched Earth to try and zone Fire away.
He's pushing the wave in as well. Oh, yeah, he actually just gets the Satyr Creep right away too. That's really tough for Fada. There we go. Lovely.
+8 regen. Feels pretty good.
Yeah. That's the dream for Doom.
Down bottom, GH. It's going to be played around with. Does have the backup of Kuroki, but Ace has come across with the rotation. Look at the blast and the Fisher out onto Puppey.
Kuro's in trouble now, though.
He is in a lot indeed. He is just level 1. Does only have the blast to play around with. A Secret.
He's got to dodge the stun.
3 heroes chasing him. He's trying his best to duke it out. It may not even matter, and it doesn't. Puppey finishes him off with the right click. Second kill for Secret. These rotations from Puppey and Yapso coming off to good effect of these first couple of minutes.
Yep, lanes are strong.
Mid lane, CS-wise, very even at the moment between the two of them, despite that earlier pressure being applied to Miracle.
Fada's trying his best to out-harass the Doom regen with that Orb of Venom, but yeah, this is where Mind Control got a bit lucky getting that early Satyr Creep. Because if you don't get the Satyr Creep, you can get harassed down with the Null Talisman as well as the Orb of Venom right-clicks, but yeah, he's got it.
They've got Yapso heading up towards the top lane, but I mean, even between the two of them, it could be a little tricky. Fada trying to bait him in close and personal. Just burst him down with the orb. And still, it's a lot of regen. Start to back away. Fada's got the salve ready. Yapso hunting down Mind Control in the tree line. Level 2 on the next assassin.
He's so tanky.
Yeah, they just look to try and bully him back. They know that between these two heroes, they're going to have a very tough time getting the kill. They have added Puppey into the fray though now. Comes up top on the bounty hunter. Maybe
He's got Scorched Earth up, though.
Yeah, that's true. It's going to be hard. They're going to need to time the silence perfectly, but he does indeed get the Scorched Earth out already. Good use of the Spike Carapace to try their best. It's close. Not close enough to bring down Mind Control. Will be safe. Scorched Earth saving the day.
Yeah, Scorched Earth plus Satyr regen, plus the Tango, quite a lot. Miracle gets the Jingu on for one, so mid one has to back up for a bit. And that's what you can tell that they were kind of trying to go for here with the Shaker. They always sit around the mid lane with GH and on that Shaker, but with Monkey King, you get those 3 stacks, you can throw a Fissure, and you get the 4 stack guaranteed.
Mind Control up top.
You can chase.
Oh, very nice scan. There was the wraparound from Yapso's Mind Control fell incredibly low, but he scans it out and knows straight away that there is someone hunting for him. So play it safe, regen up in the tree line. And make sure that Secret can't catch him off guard.
What we see happen all too often, the one, you can call them, gets sacked a bit. So they did choose to put the Weaver in that off lane, but they wanted the matchup versus the Lifestealer. But they're emphasizing more on making sure that Fada gets that level 6. We talked about, the panel talked about mostly how once Liquid gets online, they have heavy amounts of team fight. If Puck gets 6 very early, he can incorporate and really allow those lanes to snowball, which they really need to do this game.
I mean, that is true, but I mean, do you really like this? Because Ace is, as you say, is getting punished. He's getting really punished. He's really falling behind, only having 9 CS.
I think they can make the move. I think he can go top and Puck can start going bottom now.
Okay.
Because they don't have Disable to catch the Puck if he does choose to go for that bottom lane. It's just a Earthshaker Fissure. But no, they send Weaver back bottom. So they're going to continue sacking me. They seem to just want the matchup.
He's going to continue to suffer down there, Ace. It's a very, very slow start for this Weaver. With GH in the neighborhood, they even look for a Fisher to try and catch Ace off guard and get a fair bit of damage done to him. Matuma trying to start bringing him down, forces out the Shikuchi. Now watch for GH.
Mind Control actually ate the little Centaur, and he's got the Cloak Aura instead of having the Satyr regen now. So it's going to hurt him a little bit in the laning phase, but he wanted to use his Devour, I guess, when it was off cooldown.
Okay.
So he just felt like he needed to do so. And he was clearing the big camp anyway. So waiting for that respawn.
Mid lane, wrap around from Yapzor, comes in with a stun. Miracle ain't getting out of this one. Mid one and Yapzor able to close the gap, take down the Monkey King. Bottom lane, Ace has the Shikuchi. Kuroki Matuma not nearly enough lockdown to hold that Weaver in position. And Mind Control did start diving onto Fighter, brought him down incredibly low, but Yapzor, after making that play mid lane, was quick with the TP to top and will force back the Doom and keep the puck safe. And in fact, Mind Control
Puppy's here too.
could be in trouble. I've got the Puppy wraparound. Mind Control, Scorched Earth on cooldown for 15 seconds. Fighter orbs forward, gets the revenge kill thanks to his teammates.
Very nice movements coming out from Yapzor and from Puppy.
4-0 Secret.
Top tower is under attack.
As the panel said, a lot of emphasis on this laning stage. With this lineup, they had to do well at the start, and overall, these rotations really allowing them to get the lead overall. Just Ace that's falling behind on that Weaver.
GH not able to find the opportunities he usually does find on this Earthshaker with their weak lanes. Lifestealer, of course, Matu is absolutely free farm, so he's going to be the one that needs to bail his team out of everything here. Kuro now in some trouble. He actually just gets brought down.
Crepify not going to save him from the Shikuchi damage of Ace. And mid lane again, Miracle tries to turn with a Boundless Strike, but a perfectly timed stun into Silence and Dream Coil just to make sure he doesn't get the chance to cast Boundless Strike and get that ridiculous amount of regen back up. They throw everything down, but it's absolutely worth it. They take down the Monkey King, and very little damage is taken in return. Secret now 6-0.
They're feeling the pressure already. We see an Iron Talon queued up by Miracle, so he's going to have to resort to the jungle a bit this game to farm in. Scan comes out, it actually catches Liquid trying to make that rotation toward top.
Liquid very deep. Very unlikely that they do find anything. If anything, those two have to be careful in case Secret do decide to close in on them. And one, yeah, sort of hanging around on the high ground by that shrine in case the movement was made towards them.
They don't have any ancient stacks for mid one. I guess that's the one nice thing that is there for Liquid. They don't not gonna have to deal with the TA just exploding massively in that farm. But there is a single ancient. He's starting to do them already. And with traps, with Bounty Hunter, with Nyx Assassin, they have so many different ways of scouting and getting vision around the map. So they're gonna be able to defend those ancients at all times.
Well, about where Yapzor is there, as he did pass underneath the courier.
Although Ace is not farming, he is leveling very well. He's level 6 already, and they're just putting so much focus on Miracle. He moves toward mid.
Look at this.
GH now.
Yeah, they set up with the Carapace into the stun. Another catch out for this roaming duo of Yapzor and Puppy.
7-0 already. They're really destroying this laning phase. Already having Urn Charges now picked up on the Nyx Assassin. And Miracle needs to watch out. Looks like they want to do something here. But now they're able to get a lot of tower pressure.
Does have GH nearby. Miracle just holding it still as the tree. GH is actually going to be the one to get gone on. Yapzor looking for the stun across the tree line. Beautifully done. Just has enough range. Ace closes the gap with the Shikuchi. GH can't get the Fisher off. Boundless strikes down. But a spike Carapace from Yapzor will make sure the Miracle can't immediately chase for more. Now he looks to jump forward. Puppy getting himself away from Mind Control. No detection, so Puppy will be fine. And with the stun from Yapzor and no TPs coming into that shrine, Yapzor should get away as well. Again, Secret, they are absolutely doing it in this laning stage.
Yeah, it's getting a bit awkward too because Liquid's catch is so minimal. They really only have the Shaker and the Boundless Strike at the moment to really go for any kind of like stun and chase down. So you saw Matu TPing mid, cancels it because he's like, yeah, there's no way I can really get a kill on anything here. This TA pick is really working out for them versus this Monkey King. 2k gold advantage already, and this is exactly what Secret needs in this game. They now are sending Yapzor toward top to make sure he can get that Vendetta online. And Fado will be continuing to pressure toward bottom since that's the safest lane for him at the moment.
Trying to slam down Yap there with the Infernal Blade, but Spike Carapace is there. Trade some of the damage back. And yeah, as you say, just to amplify how far ahead Mid-1 is, the difference between him and Miracle. This Monkey King falling behind. I mean, could it end up being another game where we see the Monkey King pick suffer? As you say, we've seen it It feels like a lot of times here at this LAN
I'm pretty sure it's only lost.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
not been a successful pick.
Definitely been yeah, it's been struggling quite a lot. They need to just make sure they don't give up too many more kills, because once that bounty hunter gets 6, it's going to start being those tracks, and he's going to have it at any moment. He's looking for a courier snipe in top, though.
He walks in straight away with the Doom, and that's scorched off. He does have the Hellbear clap as well. With the Infernal Blade, it should be enough. The question is if they can punish him in return. TP comes through from Fada. It is only him for now, so nowhere near enough damage to do anything in return. And Mind Control just good read of the situation there, realizing he can get in, get out, and get a freebie.
Yeah, Doom's incredibly tanky right now, still. So Puppey went for a courier snipe. He actually didn't have the damage for it, though. He only got 1 hit, and Kuroki, after that, knows that there was a mid lane ward, so he's going to start that D ward, but top lane.
They're looking for Mind
Nice
Stroke.
coil.
Very nice coil. Spike Carapace is out just in time to reflect the Enchant Totem Aftershock damage. They'll lose 1, and they'll lose 2.
Nice
Yapsor and Fada making the plays on that top lane.
Yapsor is playing so well on this Nyx Assassin.
Such a good Nyx player.
Both games, 5-1 and 4. He's involved in 90% of the kills at the moment, and he gets a tower deny.
Dire's top tower has
Yeah,
been
so-
denied.
Pulling out all the stops here.
The dream start for Secret at the moment. The only one who's suffering, of course, is Ace. But like we mentioned, his levels are quite fine, and it's not like he's that far behind. He's only 800 behind the Monkey King, who's a mid laner. But yeah, it's definitely going to be up to Matu to bail his team out of this early game.
He has got that arm that complete, so
Yep.
will feel fairly safe as well once those rotations start to come in. And of course, they've got some pretty nice ways of getting the lifesteal around the map with the Monkey King. Primal springing into someone.
Nice dodge by Fada. The Fissure not connecting on him. He doesn't have Soul Ring. He doesn't have mana for the orb either. Gets brought down. Nice rotation from Liquid. They really need to get these kills too, because GH needs level 6. He needs that Echo
Oh,
Slam.
look at this as well. The dust has come out. Yapsor and Ace have to get out of here. Yapsor does have the haste rune, so should be fine. Ace as well with the Shikuchi. Does have to be a little careful. Mind Control's there with the wraparound. Does have the stun. Do they have the control with the Fissure? They may just need to. Very nice Fissure from GH.
That was absolutely perfect timing from them. You see him like mid-animation of getting the time-lapse off. The 2-1-2 build coming out from GH, and he's level 6 now. They're going to probably go for a smoke here, but Yapsor's on top of him. He's going to be able to break it if they do go for it right away. They have a dust on Mind Control, though.
Oh.
Instantly broken. They dust, and Yapsor's already gone.
Is under
He is...
Classic Yap.
He's
Smart stuff.
everywhere. He's making everything work for his team right now at the moment. Kuro, level 6, getting stalked by Puppey, though, and Track is online now. They don't want to be giving up any free kills. Yapsor coming in to join as well with that Vendetta. Kuroki's in serious trouble here.
He really is. Puppey. Yapsor Ace with the track. Puppey. Make sure he gets the extra 10% from Kuro, and he is gone.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Mid lane, mid one still. 6.3k. Definitely the one that Liquid are most concerned with in terms of taking down. This TA is absolutely massive.
Yeah,
Radiant's bottom tower.
Doom is quite good when you have a hero that's farmed, this farmed though, and they're focusing a lot on making sure that Templar Assassin is at the top of that net worth all the way, and they really need to make sure to guard him. Does he end up getting it?
He wants to, but they know he's around. Dust is out. Puppey will be chased down. There's no way he could get himself out of this one. He'll throw a track out onto GH, but a boundless strike from Miracle squashes the bounty.
Just going for the medallion build into the Solar Crest on the Monkey King, the old build that we used to see everybody doing on the support Monkey King, of course, but this game,
Oh, that's interesting, yeah.
it definitely makes sense. There's so much minus armor.
Yeah.
Winter talked about it on the panel. Templar Assassin, Weaver Bugs, it's really just a lot to deal with as a Monkey King in this type of game. So already has medallion finished up. He's going to counteract a lot of that early. Even though Wukong's command, it does give you armor, it's 130-second cooldown, and it's got that channel up. It's not really that kind of thing where you can constantly just fight with it.
Level 10 on the Zoom. On control now with the AT. And a Scald on the Devour will start being able to climb himself up. On the net worth, Puppey in the mid lane, starting to lay down the tracks as well. Trying to keep him at bay, but they come straight in on top of him. They pop the dust.
He's pretty speedy, though.
And they don't quite have the damage to bring him down there.
They don't have great catch. That's what we were talking about, right? It's Earthshaker Fissure. They have Boundless Strike on top of that, but after that, that's literally all their lockdown.
Up top, Ace trying to slow
The Doom
down this
comes
push,
out,
but he
though.
does. He gets caught out. He plays a little too close to the fire. And gets burnt.
The 3 cores really doing it quite well on the side of Liquid. Ace still very much so suffering. It's 3,500 net worth, same as Yapsor.
Look at this mid lane. Yapsor with the wraparound, looking for an opportunity to open up with a good stun, and it will be straight on to Miracle. TP coming in for the Shaker, but with the DD on mid one.
DD and full Deso finished up and max
So
level meld.
much damage. This
Yeah.
TA
Radiant structures
is going to absolutely melt through any target on Liquid side.
Bottom too, Fada looking for the play on Kuro, but Kuro with the raindrops and the stick charge is just enough to let him survive, and Fada gets a bit scared, of course. He's the turnaround. So Blink Dagger on Puck was finished up. Great timing for Secret as well.
middle tower is under attack.
Next Doom, next Echo Slam. Definitely gonna have to go on this Templar Assassin. Mid one is an
Yes.
absolute menace
They
at this point.
have to do something about this TA.
Bottom lane.
They're ready to go. Here he is, mid bomb.
He's way too fast, I think. Yeah.
And Scorched Earth should be enough to get him away. Mind Control lives to see another day.
Yep. The drum charge expended too. Gets that bonus movement speed on top of that.
Oh,
Scorcher.
Miracle has the eyes here.
They don't have that dust range just yet. And there
Now
you
they
go.
do. They've caught him out. Puppey will try and get himself out with the extra track speed. Surely it doesn't work.
Found the strike.
Oh,
Good chunk.
Dire's
what a spout.
is under attack.
Miracle even now taking the evasion talent on top too to deal with all that physical burst. Miracle now in trouble mid lane. Yapsor and Ace setting up,
Yeah.
a GH is there.
Miracle. Can he be saved by a Shaker? Looks like he can, unless mid one looks to chase. They have got the heal coming through from Kuroki. Still Liquid, they need to back up. This TA is very scary. They turn with the Boundless Strike. Echo Slam comes out, but the Spike Carapace was there. GH ends up melting himself. As mid one comes in with the punches, and 17 minutes in, that will be Blink complete as well for the TA. Matuma Man tries to open up onto the TA. They do have the stun to cancel the meld. Sentry is down. They're focusing mid one. It's a big kill if they can get it, and they will. Mid one is down. Fodder finds the punish on the sidelines as he does cut off Miracle in return. Kuroki, Mind Control and Matumba do still have to be careful here because Puppey, Fada and Yapso are still interested in fighting with the track out onto Kuroki. He's falling low. Jump forward from Fada with the blink. He will pick up the double kill. Matumba Man does manage to finish off Puppey though in return. Not done yet. They get the fishy connection onto Fada. Yapso with the stun. Make sure that Matumba Man won't be able to get his claws into the puck. And Fada will be allowed to blink away.
Matu's still incredibly strong there. And if they're able to get on top of that Templar Assassin, we still see the problem that does come out. They have ways to break through the refraction with the Scorched Earth ticking quickly. But Miracle, he is struggling. 2 and 5 on this Monkey King. To be kind of expected, you know, with that laning phase, since he's laning versus a Templar Assassin, it's much harder as a Monkey King in that kind of matchup, with, of course, the rotations from a bounty. But he's going to have Solar Crest, and that's going to help a lot versus this physical burst.
With the Solar Crest as well, do you think we can expect to see Liquid try for a Roshan with their lineup?
But they're going
is
to have Deso as well soon.
Yeah.
But Matu's actually getting engaged on here. The stun off the mark.
Oh,
Jumps in the Ancient.
he is going to have TPs coming in from Mind Control.
Oh, now mid one, though.
Yeah.
The Doom.
That rotation, that TP in from Mind Control, just turning everything around there. And they've got to get the rest of them out of them. Matuma Man's going to continue to chase here with the armlet. Good stun from Yapsor again. Holding them back. Fada coming in with a counterplay. Dream Coil and Silence onto 2. Will jump himself away. They're held in position, but Liquid do have backup. And Secret will run away. Miracle won't look to chase. Only looks to make his presence known so that Secret don't stick around and try and take more from his team.
Man, Mind Control always there at the right time. He also picks up the Ice Ogre creep, so now they have the Ice Armor. That armor bonus is going to help so much versus the Templar Assassin. That he's really the biggest issue at the moment. He's all their damage coming out besides the puck, because Weaver, Ace is still really trying to catch back up in this. And as I say that, Mind Control eats another small creep and gets the Cloak Aura.
He loves that Cloak Aura.
He just wants to
really
make sure he
does.
gets that GPM constantly going up.
Oh, Puppey, he says that's mine. Takes the big creep. GH will get the dust onto him though. Puppey's got to get out of there. Has the backup of Yapsor again. We can see another one of those stuns. Keeping his team alive, and it will buy some time for Puppey. Kuro still finds the Decrepify with the suck of the Nether Blast. They'll bring down the bounty. The rest of Secret get away.
Mind Control going for a Crimson Guard, and he's about to have it finished. That's going to nullify a lot of the damage coming out from Secret.
Yeah, I really like that. That's some smart itemization from from Mind Control, as you say. A lot of itsy-bitsy right clicks coming out from Secret.
He's really recognizing that he needs to be a hard farming hero in this game just because of the way that the mid matchup kind of went out. So he's using Devour every single time it's off cooldown on any creep. It doesn't
You got to
matter.
get the most from that plus 80
Yeah.
talent.
He doesn't care
Get
if
all the gold.
Ice Armor might be the most important thing this game, maybe the stun creep as well in some situations, but he knows he needs to be incredibly farmed this game. They're trying to stalk for Matu here, but he knows. He saw the trap get placed down.
I was going to say, and they may have learned their lesson after trying to fight around that shrine last It was not a success.
So you were saying about the Roche potential for Liquid.
Yes,
It is very
it's
high.
very high, isn't it?
This is a very important Roche game. I think it's more important that Secret gets the Roche than Liquid does, but I think Liquid just needs to play around it, make sure that Templar Assassin can't sneak and get that Aegis, because Aegis versus the Echo Slam and versus the Doom is absolutely ideal. We see Kuro place a sentry, and they're starting to play around the pit.
Yeah, both teams have their eyes on that Roshamp.
Liquid just needs to make sure that Secret doesn't take us. Doom is back online now. And with Crimson Guard, Liquid is pretty damn strong inside of a fight here.
Yeah, they're in a good place to take a team fight.
Solar Crest plus Desolator, and they have like Pugna with Death Ward plus on top of Wukong's command. This fight could be quite difficult for Secret to take.
GH. We'll see Puppey coming around the corner underneath the sentry. He has to be careful. Mid one, if he jumps in, they could look to quickly take him out. There's the jump with the Metal Strike. Not even a chance to get the Fissure out. Too much physical.
Uh-oh.
Liquid's in the pit. It's down to half health. Fada throws the orb across. Secret, they want to get involved. Japsor finds the stun onto Miracle. They're trying to force Liquid out of this. Crimson Guard's out. As you can see, very minimal damage being done by Ace, of course, onto Mind Control with that Crimson Guard and Scourge up. Fada jumps in. Silence onto 3, bringing them down low. Liquid's still inside the pit. Yapsor gets the stun out onto 2, but now the Wukong's command is out from Miracle. He's trying to protect this Roche. Oh, instant doom onto Ace, who just gets squashed by Liquid. They get the Aegis. Liquid have found the Roshan. Now they've got to just try and get themselves out. Mid one jumping forward.
Two-man stun.
Again, the stun from Yapsor. Secret will clean up the vast majority of Liquid's lineup. They'll look to take the Aegis out of their hands as well. Can they kill Matuma a second time? He has the Rage, goes for the TP, nothing to go through it. Matuma Man will get back to safety. They lose a lot, but as you said, Liquid do make sure that they are the ones to get Roche and the Aegis, and that Secret do not get it in their hands.
It is important to do that, but when you give up that many track kills, it might not even be that worth it at the end of the day. I think that they still need to make sure that
GH.
that Roche doesn't go, but GH is just getting punished so hard here.
Oh, look at that damage. Mid one, TA.
Oh, God. Diffusal Blade about to be finished up now for mid
Oh,
one.
he's got so much money.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Mid one.
Massive.
Structures are fortified.
And you see it now at mid one was over the moon when he saw that Monkey King mid come into the game. He was ready to outplay him with the TA. And it's, as you say, you just look at the difference now between them still. 5k difference between Miracle and mid one.
Yeah, Liquid not having Earthshaker in that fight was the biggest detriment to them, because not having that lockdown, which they really much so need.
How close is he's falling behind on
so
the Blink
tough.
Dagger timing? It's going to be a slow one, isn't it, this game? for TH?
1,000 gold away still, and it's 22 minutes. Very rare to see him be getting it this late. And that last fight, we saw Miracle. He kept trying to throw the Wukong's command, but I think he got bashed by Roche twice, and then that's when Fada initiated, got the silence.
Yeah.
The Wukong command came out quite late. They were able to finish the Roche, but yeah, is that a very expensive cost.
Look at this as well. There's a double damage in that bottle of mid one. You've got to run. Mid one's just going to jump in. He will get fissured. Decrepifies. They try and heal at Miracle. He'll get the balance strike out, but he is indeed gone. Ends up killing himself. They have to run. Mid one. I don't think he's still got the DD in his bottle, hasn't he? He's not felt the use to pop it yet. Knows that they're just going to retreat.
He's already building towards that MKB. He's going to have it at such an early time to deal with that Solar Crest and evasion.
Goodness.
Tower is under attack.
This TA.
Looking very troublesome at the moment for Liquid.
Radiant's bottom tower has
Yapsor stalking his prey.
Yep. Eyes on to Kuro. Here's the squishy one. We'll go back up to base. Should be fine. Secret 21 to 11, 9k gold lead. Just 24 minutes in. Yapsor down on him, trying to set things up with the spike cap as he does. Mid one jumps in with the DD. That is Kuro gone. 30 seconds. No Pugna. Miracle will be back up as Secret turning their attention towards the tier 3. Get the stun.
Nice
the force as well, bringing him into the reach of mid one. Crimson Guard doing absolutely nothing there. Mid one's not done. He's diving in very deep. Oh, he's getting echo there. Mid one. Oh no, mid one. That was a textbook throw, ladies and gentlemen, and now Secret are in trouble. The Doom's out onto Fada. Yapsor trying to get himself out with the Spike Carapace TP. He's not going to make it. Yapsor's gone as well. Oh.
They want Fada, but
They want to try and find more. Can they jump in time? They're going to get it. Fada's gone. Puppey will survive. There's no vision. But I have a feeling that Stern Words may be going the way of mid one after that play. That was a little ambitious.
Way too over-aggressive.
Way too over-aggressive.
Sure. Yeah.
That is, you got to keep your cool. I mean, we were talking him up. He was so big on this TA, but you just can't make plays like that.
And now we've got a full blink dagger.
Oh boy.
Full blink.
He's got the blink GH on.
Full blink
my.
on GH now. And not only that, Monkey King gets the last hit on it. What, 2 of those heroes I think it was on mid one and
got the double
Fada.
and Fada.
Full diffusal blade.
Look at him now. He's right up there.
Yeah, he's caught completely
He's
back
catching
up
up.
now. And it's a sequence of events that's going to lead them to be able to push now. Some couple towers get them that net worth going, and Ace is starting to fall further and further behind. Secret really cannot make those kind of mistakes.
A very painful play there for Secret.
Something else that we didn't get to point out, I was clicking on Fada, and did you see his items? He's got Perseverance on top of a Void Stone.
Ooh.
So he likes the
Okay.
You're a fan of that. I was saying that the
about
other
the
day.
Perseverances, and while Ace is gone, now Liquid, eyes onto Fada. Puppey on the front lines, Miracle to jump down. Puppey trying to set up for the chase as Fada and Yapzor ready to go. Boundless Strike comes out onto Puppey. They haven't got quite enough damage, especially with mid one just a little too far away. Wasn't ready to jump him himself for that fight.
Yeah. It's really nice to have either Orb of Venoms or Urns versus Monkey King, because that damage tick, it doesn't allow him to do that tree dance and jump around all the time and dodge those kind of ganks. And they do have both coming out, of course, but mid one finishing up the MKB. They're still fine. Secret's still in a very good position.
Yeah, how far away is he from the MKB after the...
He's got to finish.
He's pretty well.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's going to be going toward BKB next, which is much needed, but they were at a 10,000 gold lead. It's now down to 5,000 gold lead. They were at a 6,000 experience advantage, and it's pretty much completely nullified now. Needing to make sure they don't make those costly mistakes.
Absol, the spot Miracle jumping up here.
They've got the Blink Dagger now on GH. I think the next biggest pickup for Liquid is going to be getting that gem so that they can scout out whenever they do see the Nyx and the Bounty Hunter kind of running around, as well as taking out all those TA traps to get that map control kind of going their way, because they're still playing at quite a bit of a deficit here. This Templar Assassin is massive, but Ace is very limited at the moment. And we do see Mind Control picks up the gem for his team.
Yeah, GH has
So,
some...
you see how important it is when you see a Doom, one of your big core heroes, picking up that gem this early on. They're really recognizing that vision is everything for them to come back in this.
These traps giving a lot of information for Secret. Jump in, they'll get the Fissure onto 2. They're moving on to mid 1. Mentuma wants to try and find the big target, but with the fraction still up, mid 1's able to blink away. Miracle finds some control with the Boundless Strike. Doom's down as well. Mid 1 in a lot of trouble. GH with the Echo catches them both. That's going to be mid 1 down. Yapsor's not getting out either. 2 quick kills for Liquid. Secret unable to return any sort of fire.
Oh god, this is... They have to be so careful. Like, this is the problem. When you have a Templar 7 who's this massive, sure, mid 1 is enormous, but you're playing versus Doom. He gets doomed, the fight's over.
Yeah, Liquid's just going to focus that hero at the start of every single fight, and once he's gone, Secret just don't have the rest of the rest of their 4 heroes do pretty much very little, especially with just the deficiency, the little amounts of farm that Ace has. He just can't do anything at this stage of the game in terms of, manning up against this lifesteal. Level 20, Deso, Assault, Karas, working on a Heart to Rask.
And we're going to see this in every single one of these team fights. We're going to either see a Blink Echo Slammer, a Blink Doom, because Doom is going to be going for the Blink next. Yeah. Or even both, just to commit on top of that TA. He's all their damage at the moment, besides like Puck Magical. Weaver is doing nothing at this point in terms of damage. And yeah, Matu, absolutely enormous now too. So much armor, 30 already, and he's getting very close to being level 25 early, and that's where you get that plus 15 on top as well, which is going to make it pretty tough for Secret to bring him down. Incredibly costly mistakes coming out from Secret.
And there is, as you say, that blink completion on Mind Control.
Halberd soon going to be finished for Miracle as well if he doesn't. Maybe he disassembles the Solo Crest to just have it now, but it's going to be a really good pickup versus that Templar Assassin.
Oh, yeah, Absol. We'll get the Spike Carapace off in time, but still they bring him down. The Fissure actually catches mid 1 and Fada as well. Fada will be able to jump out mid 1.
Oh my god.
Has no such way of getting out of that like his Puck. He will have to be left behind.
It's starting to become into very dangerous territory. This
really
gem
is.
pickup for Liquid, as well as the few mistakes from Secret really adding up.
Liquid now ready to go down mid. Take a tier 2 at least.
They melt the towers with that Deso AC. Ace still trying to catch up. GH setting up on him on the side here. Has Lincoln's now on the Weaver, so he's at least able to
I guess that's nice,
deal with
but
the Doom.
as
But
we've said, he's not really the one that Mind Control wants to Doom.
I mean, Liquid's just going for the Rax right here. They're trying to force a buyback from Templar
Because
Assassin.
with the Deso and AC, they just tear through these structures.
It's just dead already. Look at this swing. Oh, God.
Liquid
barracks are under attack. Dire's
looking incredibly impressive, and now the lead, the net worth back in their favor. Puppey has been spotted out, Fisher's down, no escape for the bounty, he's gone. Ace will pick up Kuro elsewhere, but Liquid finding not only
Dire's top shrine
the racks,
is
but
under
now having the accessibility to the shrines. They head in for more, make sure that they can continue to take map control away from Secret.
Map control and just gold for everybody. Everyone is now so rich on the side of Liquid after these last couple minutes. Just looking at the gold, you see the swing coming out, but not only just that, you look at the green dots. It's all in Liquid's favor. They've gotten so many kills and towers in the last
And they're in the Roche
last
pit.
8 minutes, and now they're going to make it into a Roche.
Is there any way that Secret can stop this? It doesn't look like it. TP from Puppey is actually down to the bottom shrine. He has no interest in heading over there. Miracle keeping good control, good vision around the pit as he jumps about. Yapsor revealing that they are interested to poke around, but the Wukong's command is down. Can they try for any sort of steal? Fada a little early with the orb.
They're just guarding that Roche pit with the Wukong's command.
Liquid should have no trouble finishing this off, but Timmerman rages, looks to finish it. Oh, Fada tries to jump it, but immediately gets stunned up. Fada's gone. He'll buy back. Can they actually turn this?
Mid one
The
gets
Doom is
doomed.
down. The TA in trouble as Matumberman looks to chase him. He's trying to get himself out of there. Up on the high ground, GH controls Ace. They can't even kill this Shaker. He'll survive. They'll look for the denial mid one. They will get it, but mid one's out of the game for 75. Puppey chased down as well. Secret lose 3.
I think this game might just be in the bag, to be honest with you, Owen.
It just goes to show you just can't make any sort of mistake against this TI winning team, and it looks to be game over.
It's just because you know the Templar Assassin's so farmed, but he just get blink doomed every single fight, and there's nothing they can do about it. Ace cannot walk into the fights because of these, just the sheer team fight that Liquid does have now at this point, and with this gold advantage, it's absurd. From a 10k gold lead for Secret all the way up to a 6k gold lead for Liquid, and the experience is just on another level as well.
Yapsor,
Radiant's
I mean, he finds the courier. He's looking towards Matumba as well. I mean, just Puppey and Yapsor is not going to be enough to keep this life stealer off. And of course, he does have the Aegis.
He's got a heart finish too.
Yeah.
3,300 HP on top of 27 armor. Good luck. He got the Reaver delivered off the courier before Yapsor killed it too, but
Down
now bottom.
Fada does find GH. A quick Yules from the Shaker. Holds back the puck. And Fada won't be able to find that kill. And now Fada could be in trouble.
Oh,
Puppey as
Puppey
well
walks
walks
into
in.
the
They've got
gem.
the vision with that gem. He's gone. Puppey decimated by Liquid. Fada just holding his breath there in the tree line.
You give Liquid an inch, they'll really take a mile. That's just that one mistake, and then they just get so much out of it. They buy the gem, and this vision that's been coming from it, there's just Secret just keeps walking into
Fada,
this
he wants
gem
to
and
nuke
dying.
this wave. There are a lot of heroes around though. It's a bit of a risky play to make, and he is going to get punished for it. Oh, he's down for 80. No buyback on the puck. He really wanted to cut that creep wave, but I guess just wasn't aware that GH was still around. May have thought that he had punished, sort of done enough damage to force GH back to base, but with those tranquils and such, GH had no need to go back for that regen. He was there with the stun.
Ace just can't even get involved in the game. He's got the Lincolns at, I mean, he got it, of course, at a hard timing because of the lane that he was matched up, but they just can't take fights at all versus what Liquid's got. And with Aegis and Cheese, Liquid going for that secondary Rax. There's a glyph for Secret, but I don't see how they defend this.
No.
With Puck dead, he's
Yeah.
their entire team fight. Nyx Assassin is great for getting stuns off in pickoffs, but top lane of Doom comes out, and mid one's just dead alone to mind control.
Oh, he tries to push indeed that top lane. And
GH
he's got
comes
no
to secure it,
buyback.
but-
He's got no buyback.
It's game.
It has to be. Liquid, they're just going in for the tier 4s. Secret, is there any way that they can stop this?
They've got no buybacks on either
It
of them.
really feels like the answer is a big fat no. Puppey, just being ignored.
Matu with the heart, he can just tank through these towers. He doesn't care. The regen kicks on.
They've got Puck back up in 10, but Miracle's just laying down the Wukong's command. The Ancient is exposed with his Deso and AC. But Tumberman and Miracle just looking to finish off the game, secure their place in the grand finals, and they will have it. GG is called. Liquid get the 2-0 here in the semi. against Team Secret.
Those last 9 minutes were
I wouldn't be
bloodbath.
surprised if it was just radio silence in the Team Secret comms after that play down bottom. It must have been such a big